Well, the holidays are around the corner, and while people all over the country leave work and school to join their families, many don't have the chance to do so. And that's what the new movie, The Holdovers, is all about.
And for today's Friday film review, we have our Benjamin Edelman joining us in studio, our film critic, Benjamin Edelman, should I say. And I'm surprised this movie is so new, because from the clips we kind of just saw there, it does really look like an older film.
Yeah, I mean, holy 70s. Did you see that texture on there? Even that logo is straight out of the 70s. When I saw this trailer a few weeks ago with some friends, they were like, is this a re-release? Like, that's how convincing the look of this movie is.
I'd believe it.
And it's not just the look. I'm pretty sure they're using audio equipment from the 70s, because the sound of it, too, really just feels straight out of the 70s. And thankfully, it's not a gimmick. It's just a nice texture for the movie. This film is by Payne. He made the movie The Descendants, Sideways. Some people might know those films. This, to me, is probably the most confident film in about 10 years. It's called The Holdovers, and it stars Paul Giamatti as a curmudgeon professor who has to stay back home for the holidays at a boarding school to watch the kids that don't go home for the holidays. A few days into this, only one kid is left, this one troublemaker kid, and they get on each other's nerves, and it's left up to the cook right there, the chef at the school, who's mourning the loss of her son, actually, to kind of keep them from killing each other. Now, I think it's easy as human beings to feel like, people around us don't understand us, but, especially in a student-teacher relationship. Think back to when you were a student. Like, it's hard to imagine your teacher outside of the role of a teacher. But as this movie unfolds, the three characters kind of realize they're a lot more similar than they originally thought, and they help each other grow as people and learn who they are. It's just a really poignant coming-of-age film. It's Paul Giamatti's best character in years.
And he's in a lot of movies.
He's in a lot of movies. He's a history professor who is stuck in the past. He is stuck at the boarding school that he was once a student at, and he is stuck there teaching his students. And I want to say that he's fantastic. And the newcomer, his name is Dominic Sessa. He is phenomenal. I don't know where they found this kid. This is his first movie, and he looks straight out of the 70s. Do you guys know what iPhone face is?
Should I?
iPhone face?
I don't think I do.
It's kind of this phenomenon with like period pieces where you can tell that the actor or actress has seen an iPhone. It's like that character, that actor
Like, you're more modern than you are giving yourself off.
You're not part of the Civil War. You've seen an iPhone.
Right.
But this kid does not have iPhone face. I think they went in a time machine. They snatched him straight out of the 70s. It looks like a record player is the highest form of technology he's ever seen. All three of these performances are fantastic. And honestly, that's been a trend the last few weeks I've been on this show, is just how good these performances have been. And we're going to have a lot of trouble during the Oscars narrowing down who are the best ones, but that's a good problem to have, because when you have character-driven stories, I think storytelling wins. And this movie has a lot of room for these characters and the actors to breathe. And it just makes it such a cozy, warm hug of a movie. It's a holiday film, worth watching on the holidays. And I hope people check it out.
Very unique, not like your typical run-of-the-mill holiday film.
So what else is coming out this weekend, though, Ben?
Well, speaking of big names and big actors, we have a big Marvel movie in theaters this weekend.
Boy. Yes.
It's Captain Marvel.
I'm so excited. I love her.
Leslie will be the first to get a ticket.
Yes, Brie Larson is back as Captain Marvel for, I think this is the 32nd or 33rd MCU film, which on one side, that's impressive. On the other, I think a lot of people are feeling fatigue for these movies, especially with this one, where two of the characters you have to have seen 2 TV shows from Disney+, plus all these movies to catch up and kind of understand the movie. And I think it's a lot to ask for a general audience, but at the same time, this is a big movie. I think everyone's going to go see it. It's in IMAX. It's in all the theaters near us. I was at the movies last night, and there was a huge line with people wearing Marvel t-shirts. So I think it's definitely going to do big in the box office.
Are you going to be seeing this one this weekend?
I'll probably catch this weekend. There are a few Marvel movies I've missed lately because, again, that fatigue. But I'll probably still catch
But it's Brie Larson.
Yeah.
I love it just because it's a female, like Wonder Woman. I'll always see the Wonder Woman films, and I love superhero films. I grew up in that genre. The 70s, this is going to remind, this film you just told us about is going to take me back to my childhood. But I love the whole Captain Marvel series. I think it's fantastic, and Brie does a great job. So fingers crossed on that.
A sneak peek for our next Friday review. Will that be on that movie? Maybe not. I guess you'll have to tune in to find out. But Ben, thank you so much for joining us, and look forward to next Fridays.